How's it going, everybody? Bama Tony 73 coming to you today with a numerical genius, Digitino. Numerical genius. This guy's superpowers. He'll beat you down with numbers and make you like it. Now, if you watch my channel, you do know that I don't only come with new stuff. I'm fairly new to collecting Masters of the Universe. I loved it as a kid and had a lot of the figures, but or I say a lot, but I didn't have anything like I have now. But that's when I first started loving the Masters of the Universe line. Was in the early 80s. And speaking of the early 80s, when I walked in this place yesterday, I straight up entered into a portal that took me back into the 80s. Private Eyes by Hall & Oates was blasting in this place. That's a song from 81 or 82, I do know. And it was just so loud that it disappoints me that I wasn't able to record in this place for y'all, because I was wanting to show you some of the booths, some of the randomness they do have going on in here. And I love Hall & Oates. Come on. Private Eyes. We all love Maneater. What's some other songs by them? Come on, I'm a Kiss on my list. Yeah, I can't go for that. My favorite song by them being Out of Touch. Because we all had that girlfriend back then that we were just out of our heads when she wasn't around. All right, so yeah, we love Hall & Oates. That is a great duo, just some major hit makers from the 80s. And they followed it up with an even louder version of Material Girl by Madonna. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. What are you doing here? This music is way too loud. But it was so loud, it just wasn't feasible for me to record. So maybe next time I do go down that way, I would like to stop in. And if they're not playing the music as loud, maybe I can film for you guys and show you just some of the figures they have and some of the other things they have in some of the booths. But when I walked up and I saw Digitino, it took me further into the 80s because it gave me like a John Travolta Grease vibe, which that's late 70s, if I'm not, 78 or 9 when Grease came out, but close enough to the 80s. Like a Rocky Balboa type vibe, you know. So I was like, I've got to get this Digitino. It is meant for me to get Digitino because I already knew that it was a fairly rare figure. And you're just not going to find this figure anywhere unless you look on eBay, and he is up in the $50, $70 range. So he's up there with Duplico. And that'd be another figure that I want to get. But this only costs me more money in the future because it sets off like a chain reaction domino effect, if you will, that now you're going to have to get Hypno, Boltman, Pighead, you know, the Origin Sun Man. And, you know, these are just figures that seems like you're just going to have to get now. But this is the first one I have in the Rulers of the Sun is Digitino. And we will check out the card art. Back here we have a compassionate man with Digitino. With the mind of a computer, Digitino can quickly solve any problem. And you see him throwing numbers out at Mini Comic Trapjaw. He's like, stop it. I don't know the answer to 6 times 9. What the hell makes you think I know the answer to that? I give up. So he's doomed. He doesn't know the answer to any of that. And neither do I. So neither does anyone but Digitino. He has some kind of circuitry going on with his armor here, as you see. And his armor is glow in the dark, as it says here. Armor glows in the dark. So we will check that out and see what it's all about. But I just know this guy is a numbers guy. He will beat you down with numbers and make you submit. But he's compassionate about it. He's very compassionate about it. So that's nice to know that he's compassionate about it. When he beats you down and makes you feel stupid, he's compassionate about it, at least, you know. But let's check out his glow feature. We'll charge it up and see exactly how well it glows, if it's on the level with a scare glow or something like that. Are the skeleton warriors? We'll see. Let's go ahead and hit the lights. That should be good enough. Oh yeah, he's lit up like a Christmas tree over here. So his glow armor feature works really good. And the 2 backward L7, I'm not really sure what that means. Chime in if you know, but I have a feeling only Digitino knows this. But his glow feature definitely works really well. It lights up really good. So let's hit these lights. But really cool figure. Sculpted very well too, I noticed. And the paint looks really good on this guy. He's got a little ponytail back there. But he's pretty much mint and card. The corners look really good. He's unpunched. And I'm thinking about just leaving him in card. And I will. Unless you have 3 seconds to get this question correct. If you fail, you're not a numerical genius and you will remain in card. What is 259 times 1,465? Well, that's easy. That's 379,435, dude. Correct. So I guess we will break him out. Let's go ahead and get this guy out. He comes with the comic Mind Over Matter. We will check that out. See if we can get any clues as to what these numbers mean on his armor. The cross sale, we have King Randor, Whiplash, Digitino, and Trapjaw, all new for 2022. If you do watch my channel, you know I don't just come with new stuff. I'm not opposed to doing videos on older figures that are rare and older figures that I just want to add into my collection. And this is one that I saw that I figured I would make a part of my Origins line. My first Rulers of the Sun figure. Well, let's get him out. All right, well, we have Digitino out of card here, and man, I got to tell you, I like him. Sculpting and the paint is real nice on this figure. I love the head sculpt. Awesome head sculpt. Got his ponytail back there. And I like the glow-in-the-dark feature with his armor. Only if we just knew what these numbers here, symbols there mean. We'll get a peek in this comic and see if we can find that out. But overall, I really like this figure, and glad I picked him up. I am glad, too, that we're relying on his mind power for his abilities, because it doesn't look like he's going to do a lot of damage with this little claw pincher here. So, good thing that we're relying on his mind power, numerical genius with Digitino here. So, he does come with the instructions that shows what can come off and what can't. So just go by this, and you shouldn't have any problems when you go yanking parts off to customize or whatever you want to do. So let's see. This is what I've been waiting for. Mind Over Matter. We have Digitino and Trapjaw there on the cover. Masters of the Universe, Mind Over Matter. Let's check out the comic and see if we can get any clues as to what's going on with those numbers on his armor. So pause it if you want to read this comic. Okay, fortunately, Digitino's mind of 100,000 computers calculated for such an event. That's a lot of mind power. 100,000 computers now. Pretty cool artwork. Armed with the processing power of Trefixa's fastest supercomputers, Digitino calculates every movement in battle, allowing him to know exactly where to position himself against any assault. Okay, so I guess that's all the clues we're going to get on what those numbers and symbols mean there on his armor. So, only for Digitino to know and for you to find out if you cross him. And the cross sale, we have King Randor, Whiplash, Digitino, and Trapjaw that is all featured throughout this comic. All of those figures in the wave. So, pretty nice comic. All right. No point in going over any of the articulation. We do know the story with that. And he does come with 2 gripping hands, which I like. That's pretty cool. So he can hold this up here and back down here if you want him to do so. But a really cool figure. And I do like his armor. It comes off pretty easily if you want to reveal his buff buck there. Goes back on super easy. No issues with that. I say it's no issues and then it becomes one. So it's back on, no problem. But we have Digitino, the numerical genius. And that is going to be all today. Get your Digitino before they go up any higher. Y'all have a good one. Digitino.